if you're using the 10x farm marketing app, you should already be onboarded, kind of set up with your email and your social media and everything you need, or at least be most of the way there. And I just wanted to kind of mention some of the things that you should be doing on a regular basis to really push to utilize this app to its full potential and push your marketing and your sales forward. Um, and like I mentioned, these are things you can do whether you're using the app or not. You can do these on your own, but I'm going to give you some examples of how to do this. And if you do this every day, I guarantee you will see your sales and your customers climb. Um, and so these are kind of the 5 things that I say that you should do every day to really grow your sales. And I'll go into detail on how to do this. Um, so the first thing is post on social media. I'll show you how to do this. We should be posting daily with the social planner tool. I'll show you how to use that. Your social media post should include a hook, so interesting headline or something that sparks curiosity. You deliver some value, and then you have a call to action or CTA, call to action at the end of the post. You can have a call to action on every post. It doesn't always have to be, hey, buy our stuff. It can be, hey, just follow us along, follow our channel, you subscribe to our email list. It can be different things. So that should be done every day. So next thing you should do is be doing some prospecting. So you can message your followers and offer them your free thing. So like you can offer them a discount code, you can offer them a recipe, you can offer them a video tutorial on how to part out a chicken. I mean, there's so many things you can just offer them. And when you offer them this free thing, they're going to sign up to your email list. You're going to have a link where they can sign up for your email list. The next thing you should do every day is, and I'll show you how to do this, is starting conversations. And we can set up some automations so that if people send you a message or comment on your social media posts, an automation gets kicked off, and I'll show you how to do that. The fourth thing you should be doing is sending an email once a week. So at least once weekly. Sometimes some people do twice a week, but I would say a minimum of once a week. In addition to your automatic emails that go out, your welcome series, your promo series, you should be sending a once weekly email, and it's a nurture email. So this is just telling them about what you do, what's going on the farm, providing some value, maybe some tips on how to cook or what makes your food special, and then a call to action, right? Something to tell them what to do. So CTA. And then you also want to be doing follow up, and I like to do this maybe once or twice a week. So number four and five are once a week, and then the top 3 are really daily. But following up with chefs, other wholesalers you've talked to, interested customers, following up with them, check in with them, just kind of see where they are, what they need, if they have any questions. And I'm going to detail how to do this stuff, but just to give you kind of the overview, this is kind of how somebody becomes a buyer. Right. So there's kind of a flow, or at least this is the flow that we want to follow. And not every customer is going to follow this order exactly. Some might go straight from social media to becoming a buyer, but they skip some steps in the middle. But this is kind of what we aim for. So it kind of starts with social media. That's where everything starts. Everybody's on social media. That's where we start. That's the beginning point. And we want to post on social media, and our goal is that somebody will see our post, they'll like it, and they'll become a follower. They'll start following us. Okay. And so once they become a follower and when I say social media, that's going to be Facebook and Instagram. Once they become a follower, our goal is that they're going to continue to see our stuff, and they're going to see it at higher frequency. And eventually we'll entice them to subscribe to our email list, right? And so by offering free things and incentives for them to subscribe to our email list, we always want to provide an incentive. Here's a free coupon code, free recipe book, things I've mentioned before. Once they become an email subscriber, our emails are going to nurture them. They're going to tell them about what we do, how we do it, what makes it special. And through that email process, they're getting regular emails, they're going to learn about us. They may not be ready to purchase your chicken or your food right away, but at some point, the goal is that they will, and they'll become a buyer. Now, once they become a buyer, that's not necessarily the end of the line. Just because they purchase one time, we have a lot of people that purchase one time and never hear from again. So we want to make them really happy with their product. They like it and they want to buy again. And so there's different ways we can make them a repeat buyer. We can provide additional incentives, give them a discount if they subscribe. We can offer our subscription bundles so they purchase every month. That's the ideal way to get a repeat buyer. But this is kind of just the overall like hierarchy. I just wanted to kind of point out how the flow goes. Here's a little bit of detail about the live five, is what I call it. It's the 5 things we need to do on daily or weekly basis to really grow our farm. So number one is posting on social media. This is where you get traffic, you get eyeballs. The purpose, why are we doing it, is to get more followers. So new followers. These are gonna be new followers on your social media. We're going to nurture our existing followers. So they're going to see your posts, learn more about you, and keep providing value to them. So continue to provide value. We're also going to use social media to turn followers into email subscribers. So we're going to use this with links and CTAs. And we can also use social media to ask for sales, but I would do this very sparingly. We rarely like ask for a sale directly, right? We're getting sales, but we're not saying, hey, buy from us, buy our chicken. It's more of, here's what we do, check out this link kind of thing. So it's not a direct ask. So you're getting sales without asking for it, if that makes sense. When should we do this? We want to post every day. Ideally, if you're in that growth phase, you want to post daily on Facebook and Instagram. If you have a professional account, you can link these two. So you should set up a professional Facebook page and a professional Instagram page. And you can link 2 of them so that if you make a post on Instagram, there's a little checkbox you can say, and it'll say post to Facebook as well, and it'll automatically post to both of them simultaneously. You always want to use what's called a 3-to-1 method if you're asking for sales, right? So the 3-1 method means that you give value 3 times, then you ask for a sale. Other people call it jab, 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 hook. Okay, so you're like a boxer. Boxer jabs, 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 then right hook. Jab, 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 right hook. And your jab is providing value, right? It's saying, hey, here's what we got. Here's here's some creative ways you can utilize our products. Here's the nutritional value. Here's some behind the scenes of our farm. And then after you do that 3 times, then it's the right hook, right? Then it's asking for something. You're saying, join our email list, or check out our shop. Here's our link to our shop. I don't like to ask for sales very often on social media. In fact, I do it very rarely. Like I said, because we more do this through email. But you can put a soft call to action. What I mean by that is a soft sale would be something like, follow us, right? You just say follow us at the end of your post, or click here for our $10 off coupon, right? So what do we post on social media? There's a couple of things you can post. There's on Instagram, Facebook, you can do post pictures, you can do short videos or reels, and you can do stories. I like to post short videos. Reels typically get the best reach. Video does the best for reaching new people and growing your followers, growing your audience. I like to post 3 to 5 reels per week. That's a good number. And then you can also add a couple posts in there or a couple stories. The nice thing about stories is you can include a link. And I'm gonna give you a couple examples down here. But if you notice, like if you do a post in the caption, like let me show you here. Like in the caption here, when you do a post like on Instagram, you can't put a link here. I mean, you can write a link, but they can't click it. It's not clickable. Whereas on Instagram, there's a button where you can use a clickable link. I'm gonna show you, like here, there's a sticker. So this is a story, an Instagram story, and there's a button you can put a link button, and then you can type in your link. So if they see the story, they can actually click that link. It's a clickable link, and it'll take them right to wherever you want them to go. So I like to include a little bit of both, some reels, some stories, because the stories includes a link, and you want to link that to your landing page. Link that to your lead magnet. Lead magnet, something you want to offer them something for free in order to get their email address. Don't just say sign up for our newsletter. That's not good enough, right? You need to offer them an incentive to offer them something in exchange for their email. All right, so examples of what to post. So some of the reels, you can talk about your story, your why you're doing what you do. You can show behind the scenes on your farm, your animals and what you do and how you do it. Kind of show them some farm life. One thing I would say caution with this is you don't want to do too much about farm life, right? Because what's going to happen is the algorithm is going to say, oh, they're always talking about farms, they're always talking about animals. And what's going to happen is the algorithm is going to start showing all of your posts to farmers. um, it's going to show it to farmers. The next thing you know, you have a bunch of farmers following you. And that's great, but you don't want a bunch of farmers following you. You're trying to find customers that want to buy your food. So talking about doing this is okay sometimes, but you really want to do the things that customers are going to be into, right? Recipes, pictures of food, health benefits, talking about paleo and carnivore diets, stuff like this to attract your ideal customer. Easy, 20-minute recipes for busy moms, stuff like that. Your posts, you're always going to include a hook, so something to get curiosity, grab their attention. You're going to talk about what it is, and then include a call to action. So there's a couple different examples of call to actions. You can say something as, our links in our bio. That's not ideal. That's kind of dying away, not very effective because very few people are going to see your post, then go to your bio, then find the link, then click the link, then go to your website. It's a lot of steps for somebody to do, so it's not ideal. A better option would be to do a story, like I mentioned. Where is it? Here, where they can just click the link right there. They don't have to go anywhere. Or another option is you can ask them to comment a word, right? Say, you can have a code word like, if you're interested in learning about our CSA model we just launched, comment CSA. And then everyone who comments, you can message, say, oh, hey, saw that you're interested in our CSA. You can start a conversation with them, right? And we can actually set up automations with this, which I'll show you in a little bit with the word comments. Here's some examples of what to post. So here's one real video. She was talking about the best way to buy beef, right? And her caption is saying it's free shipping, stock your freezer with a year's worth of beef and get free shipping. Link in my bio to order. So it catches people's attention. It hooks them in because she's talking about the best way to buy beef. She's providing value. She's giving them free shipping, and then she's got the call to action, which is link in bio. Right, she's got lots of comments. People excited about that. Here's another one. What's in a whole cow? So, right, so if somebody's buying a whole cow, they want to know what it is that. You could do the same thing with a pig. What's in a whole pig if you're selling pig shears? Just informational stuff that provides value. And she talks about what's in it, how much cubic feet of freezer space you need. And then she did the comment call to action, comment cow if you'd like more info. And so everyone who comments cow below, she's going to message and send them messages and answer any questions they have. Here's another example. This person, they just wrote a story about, their life and what life is like on the ranch. And it just says, hey, if you want to buy our amazing beef, comment buy beef below. Anyone else, follow along, follow us, enjoy our journey, So everyone has a call to action in their post. So they're not asking for a sale per se. They're saying follow us or comment below if you're interested. Here's some more examples. So here's a post. This is a post, one of mine. My wife, she's showing how to get all the yolk out of an egg. So she's poking a hole in it and blowing out the yolk of it or the contents of an egg. So you get a hollow egg for Easter, which people really liked. Here's a post that we did. This is a post I've made about how to make duck confit. I told them exactly how to make it, and then a link to get the recipe or get the instructions on how to do it. So they would sign up, go to that link, and then sign up for our email list. Here's another post that we did about is plant-based healthy. So we just posted this and some of the things that are in Beyond Meat. Here's another post. It's a story, and so we said, hey, we're doing a free giveaway. Here's a pasture-raised poultry box. Click the link here to enter. And this is stories. They click the link. How to execute this? I'm gonna show you how to do this in the app. So do your social media posting. So if you go to the 10x Farm Marketing app, which is here, you'll click on the marketing tab, and you should have your social media already connected, your accounts. And you just select new post, create new post. And then what you do is you just select whatever social media accounts you want to use, which is typically going to be Facebook and Instagram. You type in whatever you want your caption to be, upload either a photo or a video here. So I could just click this button to upload it from my media here. Let's say it's this one, right? And then I just hit post, and I can post it now or schedule it. And so the nice thing about this social planner is you can schedule your posts for a whole week. So what I do is on one day, schedule all my posts for the week, or I try to. And so you schedule 7 posts and you're done for the week. You don't have to worry about social media for the week. You can do that like every Monday at like 10 o'clock, set an alarm, and you can schedule all your posts out. You can also check your planner. So there's this open planner button, and you can see everything you have, scheduled for the month that's coming up in your calendar. So the next thing, so post on social media is number one. Second thing is prospecting. What I mean by prospecting is trying to get capture emails, and also turn email subscribers into actual buyers. And so we do this every day. This does take time, but I guarantee you, and you may feel like you're not getting anywhere and you're wasting all the time, but it will produce results if you stick with it. So what we do is we send direct messages to people. So our followers that on Instagram or Facebook, we'll send messages to them, people that are already following us, right? I like to shoot for a maximum of 30 messages per day, max. No more than 10 per hour, especially when you're still first starting out, where they'll kind of say, hey, what are you doing? You're sending a lot of message all of a sudden. You never sent messages before. So do about 10 per hour, and you can do that 3 times a day. And I just ask people if they got our free thing yet, right? Because most people are going to have more social media followers than they have email subscribers, right? And so the goal here is to turn that follower into a subscriber so they can learn about our farm and they can get our emails and become a customer. And so you should already have a lead magnet. You should already have a sign up form that offers something in exchange for their email. You're offering them a discount code. You're offering them a recipe, a video tutorial. I've talked about this, free shipping, something like that. And so you're just gonna say, hey, I just message people, just say, hey, just want to see if you got our free thing, if you got the discount code, the recipe, whatever it is, right? And people are gonna respond, and they're gonna say, no. If they say no, send them your link. Say, no problem, here's the link to get it, right? I send them the link so they can sign up to become an email subscriber. If they say, yeah, I've already signed up, I've already got your free thing, I ask them, hey, great, have you been able to use it yet? And they might say, no, not yet. Maybe we're going too soon. Or if they have any questions, they'll ask you questions about it, like, do you ship? Do you deliver? You can answer those questions. Hopefully, they'll be interested in purchasing. And I also like to give them an additional incentive. So I'll say, hey, as an appreciation for you being a loyal follower, here's a coupon code for free shipping, but it expires in 3 days. So I like to give an additional incentive, just kind of help, incentivize them to become a purchaser and not delay, and just tell them it's only good for a few days. It's going to expire, and just here's the code. Real easy to set up coupons in here. If you go to payments and then click on coupons, you can set up any kind of coupon. You just hit create coupon, write down what it is, whatever your code is. So if I say 10 off is the coupon, I can do a percentage off, or I can do a fixed amount, like $10 fixed or 10%, whatever. So it's 10%. You can do a start date, start time. So you can actually have an expiration date on that. You can limit how many coupons you distribute. You can limit one per customer, whatever it is, and hit create. That's it. Real easy to do coupons in here. And so you can make them on the fly. You can make temporary coupons each week. It's a great way to provide additional incentives. Again, it's a good idea to do no more than 10 messages per hour, kind of warm up your account. It's good to use a new message. Try not to copy and paste, especially for that initial message when you're reaching out to people, so you don't look like a robot, and the Instagram, Facebook don't stop your account or pause it for a while. So I like to write kind of a new message. Don't copy and paste the same one every time. I already talked about this. Oh, the other thing with the app is any replies will show up in the app. So if you go in your conversations tab, um, all of your conversations with all your contacts will show up here. And so this includes SMS, this includes email, this includes social media. And you can filter by channel. So if I go to, sorry, if I go to this little funnel, this filter button, this little funnel button here, and I filter by Instagram, hit apply, it'll only, and click on recents here, it'll only show me Instagram messages, right? And it's only going to show me people that responded, which is nice because if you think about if you're sending 30 DMs and you're trying to keep track of them on your app on your phone or even on your computer, it's gonna be hard to know who you message and who responded, who hasn't responded, who you need to follow up with. If you go in the conversations tab, it's going to show you only the people that responded to you, not everyone you message. So it makes it super easy, um, to respond back. You can also filter by, so if that's Instagram, you can also filter by like the last message was inbound, the last message was outbound, Facebook DM, email. It just makes it real easy to keep track of all your conversations you're having with people. I usually like to wait at least 24 hours. If the person doesn't respond to my first message, I'll just say, hey, just want to see if you got this, just a follow-up message. So that's kind of prospecting, capturing emails, trying to turn emails into buyers. The third thing we want to do is start conversations. We want to nurture our existing followers so we can send SMS messages to them. I would say use this very sparingly. If you're sending SMS, I only do it like once a month, if that, because people don't want to be bombarded by text messages. So very sparingly, and I usually try to provide some sort of value, like, hey, our free shipping this week ends tomorrow. Here's the coupon code, just so you don't miss it, kind of thing. Or here's the link to our free whatever. Want to make sure you got it. So I use those very sparingly, but you want to start conversations. You want to answer any questions they have, identify any marketing opportunities, check and answer any DMs from Messenger and Instagram, and convert interested people into customers. So this is what I just mentioned. Go in the conversations tab, filtering out and just replying to any DMs, SMS, or emails. You can also, I mentioned that you can set up a trigger word. So you can set up a trigger so that when they comment a certain word, it kicks off something to happen. So here's an example of in the app when somebody comments on a post in Instagram, it sends a message, or you can also do this on Facebook. So I had it set up so if somebody says comment CSA on one of my posts or sends me a DM that says CSA, it sends a response to them. It says, hey, saw you're interested in our CSA. Here's the link to do that. Here's a little information about it. And so it automatically sends them this message. So you don't have to respond to those people one-on-one. So this is a really cool feature. It automates that process for you. And so that you don't have to, reply and respond to them one by one. So how do you set this up? There's a couple of steps you need to do. Of course, you need to have a landing page or a form to collect their email address first. You need to set up the automation so that when they subscribe or they click on your link and fill out the information, they get the coupon or the recipe or whatever it was the free thing, right? And then you set up this automation with the trigger. And we can help you with that if you have questions on how to do that. We can walk you through how to do it. So here's an example. You'll see this is an Instagram post. I had a story and I said comment CSA or reply to my story with CSA if you want to know more about our CSA. And she commented CSA. It's showing here in my conversations tab. And it automatically sent her this message. Check out our complete farm box subscription. Click the link below. Here's a little bit about it. So number 4, the fourth thing we want to do is we want to send an email. And usually 1 to 2 per week. I send about 1 a week because we have a lot of automated emails too. So 1 per week is sufficient. Some people do 2. But why do we send emails? Because we want to nurture our existing email subscribers. We want to tell them about what we do, why we do it, what makes it different, and why they should care about it. We still want to follow the 3-to-1 rule. So giving 3 pieces of value before asking them to buy. If we're asking them to buy directly, but you can do this all in one email, right? You can give them 3 pieces of value. So you can say, um, here's a recipe. Here's some information about the health benefits of our poultry. Oh, and here's also, a fun picture of kids on the farm. That's 3 pieces of value, and then you say, "Oh, by the way, if you wanna, join our subscription club, here's the link," at the bottom. And so you just added 3 pieces of value and then a call to action all in one email. With your email, I've talked about this before, but just to kind of recap, you wanna have a great, really curious and engaging subject line, um, examples of kinds of things you can provide for value, and always have a call to action. And you can do that in the PS, like under your name, your signature, say sincerely, your name, and you can do a PS and put the call to action there at the bottom of the email because a lot of people skip right to the bottom of the email when they're skimming it. Or you can put a hyperlink, a text, and you can put a link in the text, or you can put a button at the bottom of the email they can click. But just to show you real quick how the emails go, I'm sure you guys have seen this, but marketing tab, email campaign. You can use an old one, so you can just click an old email and hit clone. It'll bring that exact email up, which is kind of nice because then you don't have to start from scratch. You click on it, the clone, and what you're going to do is put your pictures in here, write down, enter your text, put your links in the PS or your links in the on the button at the bottom. When you're done with all that, you want to hit the send or schedule button. Make sure your email address is there. Make sure your name is right. Make sure you update your subject line and the preview text. And after you've done all that, you want to send a test email. So you click this send test email. Send one to yourself just so you can check all the links, make sure everything looks good, it's all right. And then you can send it out or you can schedule it. If you want to schedule it, you can schedule it in the future if you want to do that. So that's how the email works. But always make sure to preview it, send a test email to yourself first. And then here's just the screenshots. How to clone an email. Make sure your subject line, everything is correct. The 5th thing we're going to do, this is the last piece for your live 5, is pipeline follow-up. And so this is sending follow-up messages, emails, texts, phone calls to chefs, wholesalers, interested customers. See what questions they have and try to convert them into buyers. So I usually do this weekly. I'll send a text message, an email, a phone call to any wholesale buyers or chefs I've been talking to. I've asked them what they need, whether they've purchased from us or not, whether it's an existing chef or maybe it's a new chef that I talked to. You want to follow up with them like once weekly. How to do this in the app is you can use your pipeline. So we've set up a chef pipeline. Let me go under the opportunities. You can customize, set up whatever pipelines you want. We have a CSA pipeline. We also have a chef pipeline. And so any new chefs would pop up in here. If you have appointments, they're not available. If you visit them, give them a sample, and you can kind of move them along this pipeline, follow and see where they are, and update the status as needed. But follow-up is important, just so you're staying on top of them, answering any questions they have. I do that once a week. We do the email once a week. We do the conversations. We're making conversations with people and doing the automated comment word trigger every day. We're doing prospecting. So we're reaching out to 30 people on each social media platform each day and offering our free thing, trying to get more emails. And then we are doing social media posts every day. If you do these 5 things, I guarantee your sales will increase.